Welcome in to the Reset Room. So glad. Oh, pardon me. Tickle in my throat starting off the live. Welcome in, welcome in. Today is going to be a fun session for me. And for us, hopefully. Who am I? My name is Rhonda. I'm a career reset coach. And what does that mean? I help people level up at work, change jobs and careers if that's their desire, and also creating additional revenue streams. Hey Santos, hey Denise, Luis, welcome in. We are going to have a vision party, a vision board party today, as well as talk and chat. And I'm going to talk a lot about sort of the science behind vision boards, and then sort of also the the woo-woo, because there is a bit of woo-woo to realizing sort of your dreams and to making them come true. Hey Dustin, if you're looking for some supplies, and I have some things in my showcase, some vision board books that are helpful. Yeah, so we're just gonna have a good time and get started. What's my story? I been on the platform now 4 months, and came to the platform really to build community. Hopefully, is that music too loud? Came on the platform to really build community for two different sort of groups of people. One is really women. So I've been in and out of HR for almost 20 years and have just always seen women shrink their ask for money. Like they're not as confident at the negotiation table. Hey, Miss Curbs, welcome in. At the negotiation table as men can be. And even at those times when, talking about promotion and getting, hey, Brandy, welcome in. Hey, Herring, welcome in. Hey, Jeanette, welcome in. And also when it's time to get promoted or elevated, like shrinking their asks for money. And so that is something that I came on the platform to definitely want to help women build confidence around making the ask, and then also securing the bag. So that is one group of folks. The other, hey Edith, welcome in. The second group of folks is really, the work world is changing, and we've been talking a lot lately in this room. Hey Kalia, we have been talking a lot. Hey Ron, hey Axel, welcome in. We've been talking a lot in this room about just the technology changes. Thank you for your heart, me. And also how the work world is just changing in general. And so with that, we've been talking a lot about creating, being able to use the skills and knowledge that we have. Hey, Lussell Tucker, welcome in. Taking the skills and knowledge and everything that we have to create additional streams of revenue with the skills that we already have. And there's ways to do that. I've done it numerous times. I've helped many people do that. I'm mind mapping a theme for tomorrow's meeting. Okay, looking forward to it. Yeah, send it over. And yeah, I'm excited. Kalia and I are going to co-host a conversation tomorrow. We do it, seems like once a month now, Kalia, right? Which is great. Oh, wait, where are my sound effects at? Where's all my laugh buttons and all the things? There we go. We've been co-hosting some great conversations just on a variety of topics that are just really impacting work and the world of work and where we are, today. Today's session, though, is a little bit different. So my Monday through Thursday lives, hey, Coffee, welcome in. We were just in another session earlier together. So my Monday through Thursday lives, Monday, we tend to focus a lot on mindset work. And, it's really interesting. Like everyone always wants, like, give me the interview tips, tell me how to get promoted, how to get paid, and all that is great. And we do that here. But at the same time, the mindset work is so important because frankly, like if your mindset was already programmed to make the asks and do the things, you'd already have them, right? So we focus a lot on mindset. We talk a lot too on Mondays about how life and career really mirror and give clues to one another. Hey, Ashley, welcome in. Really, hey, Gertie, welcome in. Like really give clues to one another. If there's one area, if life isn't sort of feeling off, then, it may give clues to some inconsistencies or some offness feeling, if you will, with career stuff. And so they really do, can speak to one another in terms of highlighting where there might be some areas where we need to make change. And so we talk a lot about that on Mondays. On Tuesdays is Take Action Tuesday. Hey, Cookie, welcome in. Hey, Tina, welcome in. So we dive into, truly taking action. Like what are steps to achieve the various things? So we have been talking about, absolutely, Kalia. That is so true. Like they really do. There have been times in all of our lives, I think, when one area didn't feel, level and aligned. And so when you really dig into that, asking those questions, which we talk a lot about, like, what does it feel off? What feels off? In what circumstances can you pinpoint and jot down maybe situations where something felt off? Was it when someone said something? Was it maybe when you were in a certain setting? And that will really give you clues as to areas that need some change and some alignment. And then Tuesday, we've also been talking about not just digital products, but being able to translate all the knowledge we have into other ways to make money. And all of that, the majority of those conversations have to do with the onset and advances in AI. And I mean, there's so many documentaries out there. There's so much. Oh, my phone is about to die. Let me plug that in. That won't make for a good live. Okay. Hey, Michelle after 50. But yeah, just talking about just the advances in AI and changes in that. Thank you for your heart, me. In that, the work world, hey, Made in DC, welcome in, is changing that. And so we need to be thinking about, it's great to have the safety and security of that 9 to 5, which I still have my 9 to 5, and it definitely has its perks. That was me too. Okay, Michelle. But also at the same time, it's great to, have that 9 to 5, but then also can you take some of those skills and generate additional income doing other things? So just like, I'll just go through like a few random things that I've done over the years, like consulting. Like, it is very easy to translate what you currently know and to package it into something that you can sell to other companies, to other customers. Different revenue streams. Like for me, this being a new content creator and live host is a new venture for me. So they're in digital marketing, between digital marketing, content creation, social media, there is a lot of money, and it is really the wave of the future. Happy Sunday. Blessed Sunday to you too. So we've been talking a lot about that on Tuesdays as well. Winning Wednesdays, we talk about just how we can move and inch the needle. We talk a lot about goal setting. In my showcase, you'll see the book, The 12-Week Year. And what I talked about this week is really talking about it's a phenomenal book. And one thing that I love about it is how it's laid out. Their framework, basically, in 12 weeks, they call it the 12-week year because in the 12 weeks, you can accomplish the goals of 1 year. Now, granted, it's some work. Okay, and it's not for the faint at heart, but if you are determined you got some things you need to do and the clock is ticking for you, it's time to, make it happen, that's kind of, it's amazing. And then we've been talking about, okay, again, if you're not that, like, that sounds daunting, right? If you think about it, so like we have 52 weeks in a year, that would literally mean you could achieve 4 years of goals in a year. And that sounds like a lot, and it is a lot of work. But even if that template was a bit too aggressive, it's what I call the 1% better rule, which is basically just doing one thing every single day. Thank you so much, Made in DC, for sharing out the live. Just doing one thing every day to move and inch your goals forward and ahead, you will see drastic results in a year's time. Hey, the therapy drop, welcome in. And then Thursday, we talk about transformation and just sort of what things have we achieved, what things have we accomplished in the week, and we just keep going and keep going. So welcome in. Thank you. Welcome in for those of you who are new and haven't been here before, for just popping in. I see quite a few names and faces, which is awesome. My name is Rhonda. I'm a career reset coach, and there's two different things I do here on the platform is helping women and helping all people, because everything that I teach anyone can use, but helping women specifically in their ask for money. So it's leveling up at work, getting paid and promoted, and also at that hiring table, making the asks for larger numbers and actually getting those numbers. I am a living example. I have done the career and life reset many, many times in my years. So I teach that. And then also we're again looking at different revenue streams. So we're gonna keep diving into both of those. Because again, the world of work is changing. And you can imagine, I get articles every day from, reputable sources talking about how the world of work is changing and how AI will. Thank you so much, the therapy drop, for those Populars and YouTube Made in DC. The world work is changing. And if you think about AI is taking task-related jobs. And I think I just shared this week, I recently came off a cruise, and probably this was the most powerful but also shocking example of AI that I saw, and it just sent off all kind of bells in my head. So coming off a cruise, coming back into the country, clearing customs. So formally, if you've traveled internationally, you need to clear Customs and Border Patrol. Well, coming off the ship, we get to where Customs and Border Patrol normally is. And instead of there being desks of people, there were 4 computers. And literally, you walked up to the computer like I'm looking at you all now. You stood in front of it, and it processed, and then it flashed on the screen, immigration cleared. That, for me, was mind-blowing. Absolutely. For so many reasons. If the federal government is entrusting immigration clearance, hey Charity, to AI, we all need to be really taking a long, hard look at the jobs we do today. But that, like I said, for me, that was the most telling and shocking example of AI that I've seen. And I look for it every day. Like, this is what I do for a living. I look for, I'm in the world of work and careers. And so I look at all of that. So if the federal government is doing that, like, we can expect to see more advances on the government levels too of the use of AI. And we know that it takes tasks related functions from jobs. If you haven't heard of the documentary AI in the Future of Us, Oprah did it in October of 2024, where she interviewed a lot of AI specialists in the field and also Bill Gates. And probably for me, the biggest takeaway was this. She had asked Bill, like, okay, so with all these advances in technology, which appear to be great, right? They're making our work faster. They're making, things function better. Like, what's going to happen to the average worker, the average employee? And what he basically shared, and he was like visibly uncomfortable. Like, I work in HR, so I read body language probably better than anybody else. And he's visibly uncomfortable when she asked the question. And what he basically said is that work is going to shrink to basically, most Americans will be working 3 days a week. And in theory, that sounds great, right? But if I think about it, if I'm only working 3 days a week, who's paying me for the other 2 days that I'm working? And guess what? It's nobody. It's nobody. Like, our work will begin to shrink, that it will take us less time to do the jobs we do today. And granted, that's not going to impact every single, hey, the Untouchable, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. It's not going to impact everybody, but it's going to impact a lot of work. And I could even see it like at my organization and a lot of organizations. I'm talking to just other HR friends and colleagues of mine in this space. Like, they're having town halls with their agencies, with their companies now, saying, hey, AI is coming. Bosses are saying, hey, use Copilot to write that email. Use, chat, use Claude, use AI. So it's changing. The world is truly changing. And this isn't about scaring anybody. It's so that we can be prepared. So that is, in a long nutshell, that is what I come to the platform to do. But today is kind of more of a fun day, at least for me. I was thinking about like vision boards, like, hey, Miss Pink Pains, let me turn around. I meant to grab a couple of my older vision boards that I've done. Okay, here they are, a couple years ago. And then I was thinking about, when did I start getting into vision boards? And honestly, it was when The Secret came out. Do any of you remember The Secret, either the book or watching the documentary film? You're right, Kalia. We need to prepare for impact. You are absolutely right. And the thing is, we all see the changes happening, but what isn't happening is, yeah, you've seen it, Made in DC. Yeah, exactly. The movie and the book. We're not really looking at it and like, how can this impact me? You have 2 vision boards, yeah. And then I thought about it, and I was like, wait, I started when The Secret, and y'all, that was almost 20 years ago. The Secret, at least the documentary, came out in 2006, and we're about to be in 2026. And yeah, I've been doing that ever since. And when I think about the resets that I've done, the changes, the growth, the things that I have manifested and that have realized in my life, I owe so much of it to this. And granted, thank you for the heart me. Some of it is science, which I'll talk about that, and some of it is a little woo-woo too. But yeah, so I dug up probably the two ones I did first. And I'll tell you, I did two different ones and really interesting. And you can go sort of anywhere. When I think about like, what's a vision board? And so for me, how I like to describe it is, it's like a roadmap to where you're going, and also, thank you for the follow, Rose, and who you're becoming. It's like, again, it's that roadmap to that. And so when I pulled out the first ones I did, I was actually going through a divorce in 2006. And this one I'm going to show you, it's about feelings. And so it wasn't about things. Like, I think, when everyone thinks about vision boards, you may think about, the car, the money, the house, and all that is great too. But if you think about, again, who you're becoming and what you want to attract into your life. And so this one I'll show you, I called it the Passion Points vision board. And so I'll just read through some of the things and then I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it. Like, I have health, wealth, and happiness, renewal, tranquility, like coming off a divorce. These are things I wanted into my life. Joy, freedom, faith, hope, love, peace, clarity. Clarity is like at the center, right in the center for me. For me, that was like the guiding feeling I wanted to bring into my life at that time. Hey, Gina Tay, welcome in. Thank you for the lives. That was the feeling that I wanted to embody and bring into my life at the time. And so I focused on that side of it first. I focused on some of the business things that I was doing. I was writing some books at that time. So I have my little bestseller hopeful tag on there. And then on the other side are the actual things. Okay. So some of the things I was doing at that time. So it's like, it's the car. There's the car. Hopeful for a husband. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother session. Debt free and loving it. When I had this global image for me, I was thinking of like becoming a global brand. That still hasn't happened yet, but it's still something that sort of leans out there. Thank you, Gina Tay, for being the giver of the heart kisses. And then I got this stack of money over here. And so those are sort of, again, it's feelings and it's things. So this is going back 20 years. And let me just kind of rewind to recent. I did this one. It's definitely the good. You're so right. Like, it really is. Let me grab that because I think that is so profound. It really is a work in progress. It's like, where am I going? And some of these things have realized themselves. I didn't manifest that car. I think I got a better car, but like the feelings. And so for me, how I use like the feelings with the passion points, like joy. Like for me, joy is a centering feeling that I want and a space that I want to be in. So if something around me and even people aren't bringing me that, then I know that, okay, I need to remove myself, from that situation and even that person, y'all. I mean, this is like real. It's a real thing for me, like protecting my peace and the environment that I want to be in at all times is goal number one. And all the other things, thank you, the good for the heart me, will come later. And I'm not worried or bothered about sort of any of that. But yeah, so let me show you. This is the one I did, and she's the one, welcome in. I did last December, so it's been a year. And so I haven't always done vision boards every year. But I'm kind of I have a goal in mind. So I am 2 years of retiring from my 9-to-5. And so I have a 2-year plan, which is why I'm really working that book. Thank you for the confetti. I'm really working the 12-week year motto because I'm 2 years away from retirement, leaving New York City.